Okay, introducing our Hey Besties stamp and die bundle. This is a sentiment bundle and it comes with a simple die set. You can see in here we have two of these squished hexagons that are actually intended to be used this direction. And then it has a normal hexagon shape in there which coordinates with that stamp there. And then we have a little heart and a little die that says hi. And this is a great all occasion sentiment set. Those are great stamp sets to have in your craft room because it's nice to be able to have a stamp set that you can just grab for any occasion. And this one we've kind of covered a lot of bases. We have hey friend, miss you, my heart hurts for you. I could totally go for some of you right now. I think that's a fun one, especially right now since we're kind of limited on who we can see. Ever so grateful, you're one of my favorites. I love how we just get each other. Hi, hey bestie, be gentle with yourself and love you. And a lot of these sentiments, this, like for example, this I could totally go for some of you right now, fits nicely, even though it doesn't have that squished hexagon shape in there, it fits nicely on this die shape here. And I'll show you in a second on some cards. We wanted to make sure with our July 2020 release that we had a really nice array of sentiments that could go with our fun floral edition dies, as well as our positive prints turnabout. So this is a great combination of products to pick up together, and this will be one of those, I believe it will be one of those staple sentiment sets that you'll have in your crafting space. So I'm gonna just push these off to the side a little bit. So you can still see them on there, but I did want to show you a few cards that we've created using this bundle. So this one, super fun. This has actually little cut strips of our new cardstocks, and it's just done in a spectrum, and then a simple ever so grateful from the set there. This one's really fun. I think crafters in general just love things that come in a spectrum, and this is really fun having these little butterflies from I believe it's Butterfly Love, the die set. And then we just use a simple be gentle with yourself right here in the set with the hexagon die. Really fun, and it's backed with gingham background. And here we've used actually our stencil from, oh man, it's slipping my mind. But it's this quatrefoil background stencil, and that I could totally go for some of you right now. Fits, you can see how perfectly it fits inside of there. So simple, so fun. And last but not least, I love this card. This is really fun. So the fun thing about a hexagon shape that's like perfectly hexagonal is that you can tile it up your card. And we've just created a card where we've repeated the miss you sentiment from the set. And we've also just done a little heart cutout of the ones where we didn't stamp the sentiment. And we did pop one of those sentiments up a little higher and tied some twine behind it. I think this is perfect. It's just simple. There's a simple complexity about it. And I love when a card turns out like that. So you'll want to be able to pick this up with your other products from our July 2020 release. They'll work perfectly together. And again, it's a very affordable bundle because it's our 4x6 stamp set, which is $15. And then the die is actually affordable too. So it's a nice staple set that you're gonna wanna get. And there you have it. Hey Besties Stamp and Die Bundle. Here we have our positive print turnabout stamp. Many of you are very familiar with our turnabouts at this point. We've had them in our product lineup for years now. And the fun thing about turnabouts is it's a very quick and easy way to create a multicolored background that kind of gives the effect of printed paper. And many of our turnabouts that are simple in design are actually some of our most popular ones, and this is no exception. This is our little Swiss cross motif throughout this turnabout, and it's when it's turned 4 times in your precision stamping tool, like a Misty, you end up with a really cool Swiss cross design that comes in 4 colors. And the great thing is you can choose any 4 colors and get a myriad of different, just different designs that can be used for so many different things. So I wanted to show you real quick, just this is, every once in a while, a turnabout will work each step of the way when you're turning it about. So you can see here, this is 1 time, and you get kind of a more sparse Swiss cross design in there. And then here it's stamped twice. Here it's stamped 3 times, and then this is the 4 times. Each one of those steps is actually really nice. And depending on what your needs are for your card, you can stamp it 1, 2, 3, or 4 times. So this is definitely one that you'll want to have in your collection of turnabouts. Another fun thing, since we did just release our new line of cardstock and inks that are perfectly coordinated, it's really fun if you want to do these in a monochromatic motif. So this one is using grapefruit, honeysuckle, and parsley. And I wanted to show you a few cards that we've created. This one is using a sentiment that says, "Hey friend." That's from our Hey Bestie stamp and die set. This kind of squatty hexagon shape, label shape, is in that die set. And you can just see how great that backdrop is there with those Swiss crosses. Here we've done a wheat card base, which is like a craft, and we've done it tonal, so it has the wheat ink on there as well. And then we've used one of our floral edition dies, just one of the small little parts there to like create this pretty little simple flower motif on the back of that card. Again, using it with our Hey Bestie and Hey Girl dies, actually. We did a fun take on primary colors. It's kind of a updated take on primary colors, but really cute. This was kind of fun. So we did a mix of monochromatic here with Stardust, but then we did 4 colors on the other half of that, and we just cut it on the diagonal and created the card base. You can see it's a Stardust card base, and then we just put this triangular panel on there. And again, from Hey Bestie, this sentiment, sometimes it's hard to tell people like that you're hurting for them, and I love how simple that sentiment is, that my heart hurts for you. And I think that that's a really nice way to express your love and concern for somebody. So there you have it. A few different takes on how to use positive prints, and we hope that you will want to add this one to your collection of turnabouts. There you have it, positive print turnabout. Here we have our Fresh Cut Florals editions 1, 2, and 3. These are standalone floral dies, and they will be sold together in a bundle of 3 if that's how you want to purchase them, but they are sold individually as well. We were really excited to come out with these the same time that we were coming out with our new cardstock line, because we wanted something that could really showcase the new fun colors of cardstock really well. And so this is what we've come up with. You can see there are 3, you can see some indication that they're floral because there's some leaves and things like that, and you can kind of see petal shapes. But what I want to show you is how these flowers come together. And what we wanted to do was to be able to have each of these be very distinctive and different from the next one, so that if you wanted to pick up all 3, you would have a lot of variety. Or if there's one that speaks to you more, then just pick up that one. But I will show you first. I'll put these ones up off to the side, and we will pull them back on screen in just a second. But I'll start here with edition 1, which is this nice rounded petal shaped flower. And this is, I mean, to put it simply, there's like the basic flower. It has this nice center on it, and then we did cut out this shape 4 times to create this simple flower. You can see how these shapes come together, and I'll try to make it so you can see easily on the screen, but you can see that there's kind of this rounded tab on there, which allows you to be able to attach those together. And you layer 2 of those on top of each other, and you have a very simple flower. There is a nice little berry and like leaf die in there, so you can create really stepped up floral arrangements. And we did size these intentionally that they would be nice as like a gift topper, or if you wanted to make like a paper floral wreath, but they are sized as well. I'm gonna pull a card on to work nicely on a card. You can just see how that is the focal point on that card. And then we finished it off with a sentiment from our Hey Besties stamp set, and we just did black on white with our Positive Prints Turnabout. That is a perfect card right there. So that is edition 1 of our Fresh Cut Florals. I will push that off to the side, and I'm going to bring Fresh Cut Florals edition 2 on. And this is a little bit more of that daisy type flower. And you can see here we've layered, I think we have we've layered 3 layers of this die cut to give it a really full of petals look. And you can see in here we also have stems and a single leaf, and we also have a center on there. Each of these floral dies comes with a little center so that you can really finish off that flower. So you can see here we've stepped it up a little bit with a few die cut leaves, and here we've just layered the stem, and we've actually put a few of these die cut leaves on the back to give it extra dimension there. And you can see that's just such a classic simple daisy look. And here's a card that actually features that die. Again, it's sized so it can work on a card, and the idea is that the flower is meant to be the focal point of your card. Okay, so I'm gonna pull Fresh Cut Floral 3 onto the screen for you. This one I love because this flower shape actually works as a flower, or it can also pass as a succulent, and I'm going to show you how. So first I'll start with the flower. The most basic shape you can get with this flower is just using any of these sizes. You can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different sizes of that petal shape, and if you cut out 2 of the same size, you can get this really simple flower and then just finish it off with that center there. But if you wanted to, you could step it up and you can cut out 2 of each of those sizes, and then you can see you get this really full, it's like, I don't know what kind of flower that would be, if like it's a zinnia or a dahlia, but it's a really beautiful full flower when you cut out 2 each of these petals and then you layer them up like that. And then we just finish it off with the leaves and this little twig, and then finish it off in the middle with a center. And if you take that center out and you do it in our sea glass cardstock, it actually looks like a succulent, which I think is so fun when you get multiple uses out of a single product. So you can get flowers or succulents with this one. I think that'll help it to be really, I don't know, I just think people have a hard time resisting that. But I'm gonna pull a card on here that actually features this die as a succulent, and it uses our barnwood background in wheat, and then we've just taken, we have our sea glass, we have clover and sprout, and you can just see how I just think this is so on trend, and it's a really stunning card. And it is quite a bit of die cutting, but aside from that, the card, it's basically assembling several flowers and then just stamping a background on there and then just assembling it. And we did include the little high. This is from the Hey Bestie bundle. It's the hexagon label dies, has this high die cut in there. So simple and so cute. So there you have it. Those are the 3 Fresh Cut Floral Edition dies. I'll pull them all back on for you to see one more time. And I have one other card I did want to show you before I finish this segment of the video. This one actually uses just the foliage. You can see we've pulled in, if you have all of these sets together, we've pulled in some of the leaves from here, we've pulled in this, we've pulled in this little twig piece here, as well as this one. And then we used the center, oh, I better put it on the screen. We've used the little center of that flower as a tiny little kind of blossom. And then we did our positive print in evergreen, clover, and sea glass. And we did two of our turns, it looks like, in sea glass here. So get a little extra color of that like minty sea foam color. And finish it off on top with Hey Friend from our Hey Bestie bundle. I think that's great. So again, these will be sold together in a bundle of 3, or you can purchase them separately, and whichever one speaks to you. And we intentionally, just as a reminder, we did design these so that they work perfect on cards, but also great for any kind of mixed media or home decor, things like that. So I know if you pick up any of these fresh cut florals dies, you're gonna get a lot of use out of them, and they're truly, truly stunning. So I hope you'll pick them up. There you have it, the Fresh Cut Florals bundle.